Hello, I am FedoraG4mer, and today we are kicking it with World War II TCG. This is a World War II themed trading card game or collectible card game, whichever term you prefer. It is currently seeking some funding on Kickstarter. So let's go ahead and get right into it here. World War II is a theme that I never once thought about for a card game. It's a theme that I never really had much interest in, but it does seem to work really well. I will note this is very much early pre-alpha, so there is a lot of placeholder art and sound effects. So we'll go ahead and get right into a match. Now for a trading card game, this has quite a few interesting systems. Let's go ahead and explain a little bit here. Over on the right hand side you'll see these lit up little wedges. Those are your resources. Resources aren't determined by cards. Each player has 3 resources per turn. So it's a pretty flat, even playing field there, which in a way I didn't know I would like. I didn't think I would like it, because resource management and manipulation is a large part of most TCGs. But in a way I do kind of like it. Getting mana starved or resource starved or whatever you want, depending on what game you're playing, is never a fun way to lose. And then you can see there's 2 rows of card slots here. The back row is where you play cards, the creature, the unit type cards. You can only play them in the back row unless they have an ability that negates that. And then at the beginning of your next turn they move up to the front row, and that's where they can attack from. So I call this, personally I call this the deploy lane and the front line. Or it's also known as the attack lane, but front line is a good term since it's, war themed. So let's see what we got in our hand here. There are 3 different types of cards: units, items, and orders. We didn't get much for unit cards, and we're just going to go ahead and throw both of them out, because I need to get stuff on the field right away. Now if you click on them you get more information, and you can see here that each unit has 2 item slots for item cards. And then another big part of this game is promotion. You can spend your resources to promote a card, and you can see over the right it shows you a preview of what the stats of that card are going to be. That's of course attack / defense. I don't think I'm going to promote yet because I'm going to use one of these items. This extra ammo can be used on any unit. Some items can only be used on infantry, armored, or flying. This can be used on all units. Now the really interesting thing about item cards is they also upgrade with the promotion of the card they're on. So you can see if you're on a promoted card, instead of a 1/1 bonus, it gives a 2/3 bonus. These are actually a really good item. So I will put that on there. Now we made that a 5/4? And now attack, which is just end turn. I don't actually have anything that can attack right now because they're both in the deploy lane. Now, oh wow, this guy's starting off real strong. He just used an order, which is much like a spell, to instantly destroy one of my units. And that tank he played out, once it's my turn I'll show you, has deploy ability, which means it can be put right into the attack lane, right into the front line. Alright, let's see. These guys are slow, so it actually takes them 2 turns to move into the attack lane. I did not get much for units. The flying units have the flight, that means they cannot be blocked, which is of course useful, and it's pretty much the standard fare for flying units in TCGs. But they also tend to be weaker. I'm gonna put these guys out here. Even though they take 2 turns to move to the attack lane, they are a rather strong unit. And I will give them extra ammo to make them an even stronger unit. And as you can tell, they attack in the lane on the opposite side. So anything that's in the same lane as them, or the same column, I believe would be a better term, gets attacked. And if there's nothing there, the damage goes to the player, which is the end goal. And I am getting rocked. Jeez. Now, as you just saw there, even though these guys are in the defense lane, or the deploy lane, and can't yet attack, they will automatically retaliate against attacking units still. So, okay. These guys are going to be really useful because they have the ability to destroy a tier 1 unit, which tier is determined by the upgraded amount, as they move in, when they come into play. This guy's been promoted to tier 2, so I can't destroy him, but I can get rid of that, which is real helpful right now. These guys, of course, aren't going to survive whatsoever. They're going to get destroyed next turn, but they were a good removal tool. And we got some tanks. Ooh, I like that. This guy has morale, which heals a unit when it comes into play. And I will heal those. And then, can I promote them? No, because I put items on it, it increased the promote. Some cards have higher promote costs. I cost 2 resources to promote, as you can see in the upper left of the card. So I will put improved optics on my tank here. I think I'm neglecting promotion too much. Oh, it didn't. Oh yeah, it didn't retaliate? I'm confused by that. Ooh, that's nasty. Yep, there went those guys. Confusion. That might be a really good idea right now. What is this? Ghost attack and do 4 damage. Going to do... Now this is very interesting about the order cards, which are much like spells in other games, is they have varying degrees of effect, and I'll show you. I put it out, and I can either pay 2 to make that unit attack itself, or I can pay 3 and make all enemy units attack themselves, which I'm going to do, but that takes all of my resources for this turn. But it does help me clear the board considerably. I can't do anything else yet, though. I really like the animations. They have pretty decent animations for card games. You know, generally don't have a whole lot of animations, but the whole bullet hole effect is pretty nice, and there's going to be more animations in the long run, and God, he got a lot more stuff out again. I kind of want my plane to die. I'm going to put that out, and I'm going to promote that, which also heals it, which I really needed right now. Now, it's pretty much a powerhouse, but I am out of this one. I brought out because it has brutality. Oh, it has deploy. Why did I can still move it. Good. I can attack the first turn. This is a really good card, actually. Brutality is a lot like Trample in Magic the Gathering, where any excess damage goes through to the player instead of being prevented when it's blocked by anything. What is this? Okay, I can't use it anyway. I'm out of resources. Trying to figure out what to do with your very limited resources on your turn is very strategic, and I'm quite enjoying it, actually. Jeez, he's just throwing cards out left and right. Well, at least got rid of that plane so I can get my stronger unit up there. Actually, it's not very strong. I got debuffed by an enemy. Meh. We are going to... don't ask me how bazooka is usable by tanks, but it is. Actually... Search and destroy. Destroy him. For 1. Because it's a tier 1 card. And put that. And that. Oh, it increased the action point cost because it already has one item on it. Can I put it on them? No. How about you? No. I can bring a plane out. Can I promote? Yes, I can promote. That's a good idea. As I said, there's a lot of placeholder art. I believe no, there goes that guy. The intention is the cards will have different art for the different promotion ranks to look, you know, more badass to match, which will be pretty cool. He's promoting stuff. This I don't like because it retaliates. It'll kill these guys. I'm going to have to promote them again to keep them alive. There's no tier 1, so bringing these guys out is not going to help me any. Blitzkrieg. Okay, promote to max. Now it's a beefy son of a bitch. Now I need to get something in the middle lane to prevent damage a little bit. Or I could... No. Because they both have items, so it'd probably cost too much to put an item on them. What do you have? Yes, we will do that, because it lets me debuff a card. we'll debuff you. That's taken care of. I am doing significant damage to the enemy now. They're pretty strong in the middle lane, but nothing else. He just tossed those guys out to die, pretty much. That's what a lot of the game is. Now, it seems like these cards can get really powerful and promoted, but there's also cards, those order cards, that can outright kill any card, so bam, it's gone. Now, another really interesting feature of this game is that there is no graveyard. When a card's destroyed, it's put back into your deck for a chance to randomly pull it out. What is really interesting is promoted cards stay promoted when they go back into your deck, so you can bring them out at their promoted rank again, but it also increases their resource cost. So if I like a fully promoted card, would probably cost all 3 resources to bring it back out. Still, it's a very interesting feature. And as you've probably noticed, your hand is completely randomized every turn. You always have 6 drawn cards, and I like that. It keeps the rotation going really quickly. You don't end up stuck with things in your hand. Let's see, what do I want to bring out? Morale? That sounds like a good idea. I'll heal my really beefy unit right there. I will promote this to max. And that's it. Oh, he has 1 life left. One thing I should touch on this is that this game is going to be a free-to-play model, which is something that I've generally avoided on my channel. But I have talked to the developers, and they have a good game here. I'm really enjoying it, and they do not want to ruin that by a terrible business model. They're going to go for a fair and well-done free-to-play business model where it will be entirely possible to get every card in the game without paying any money. It'll just take, you know, more time and effort than if you spend money. Search and destroy. I do want to destroy something. It's way too much stuff on the board for him now. I'm just going to destroy that. And it's going to cost me all my resources because that was a tier 3 card, but it was really nice to get rid of that. And that is game, because that had brutality, so the rest of the damage went through to the player and won me that match. Now this game will of course have PvP. This is not implemented in this pre-alpha demo yet. There is local, where 2 people playing the same system can take turns. That's what the PvP is right now. But this is also going to be multi-platform, cross-platform. It's going for mobile and PC, web-based most likely. Also full deck building, which I haven't messed with any much yet. I've just been using the pre-constructed deck. But you can filter it by units, by items, and by orders, which is a lot less of those than anything else by far. Not very many orders in the game. There are the 4 different factions, which are the different nations, different armies that were in the World War II. Is, you know, kind of faithful in that regard. So it is based on a faction system. Can filter them by factions here. And I'm really enjoying it. It's got a lot of interesting concepts that the whole resource system and the attack lane system, and it's just a lot of fresh ideas in the TCG world. They're doing interesting things here, and I'm quite enjoying this game and very much looking forward to the fully fleshed out game with PvP and all of that. This is on Kickstarter, as I said, so the link will be in the description. If you want to check this out, go and check out the Kickstarter, and if this looks interesting to you, consider backing this project. I've been FedoraG4mer. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.